Hello, Samadan. You look like you've been having fun. You look kicked out in a nice little outfit at the moment. What have you been up to lately? Well, we are currently level 36. We have been going through leveling up. We did Samadan to start off with, got up to the 30, and then went over to Stormwind, got ourselves flying, and then went over to do the beginning campaign of Warlords of Draenor to unlock the Garrison Hearthstone. And now we are just about to embark on the Legion starting campaign to go through and unlock our Dalaran Hearthstone. The reason why we've been going for these is literally just so that we get more transportation abilities, particularly the Dalaran Hearthstone, as that allows you to easily get back to Stormwind and other portal rooms quite quickly whilst having your Hearthstone set to somewhere else. And we've been basically just having a bit of fun and seeing what kind of adventures we want to go on. Not trying to be particularly optimal in our levelling journey, just enjoying each storyline as it comes up. The Samadan ones were really nice because they were quite dense quest lines. Another good place to go to would be the invasions that are on at the moment. Haven't actually tried those out yet, so that could be a possibility, but we're just going to see and have a play and see what happens there. So in terms of gold and things we've been doing at the moment, we do have a few bits and pieces that we haven't put on the auction house yet. We still have 66,000 gold. At certain points during the adventuring, sometimes Samadan has found that there's been a barrier to defeating a certain mob or boss or something like that, and that's usually a good time to go back to the auction house and have a look for any equipment that's an upgrade. We've just done that recently and got ourselves this lovely attire here that would hopefully see us through our 30s anyway. So let's go over to the auction house and list on these things that we've got at least here. Now, of course, with Dragonflight just around the corner, there's obviously the Evoker class and the Drakthir new race that we could have a look at, and that would be an extra character that would give us all the way up to level 58 or 59, I believe, straight off the bat, which, as we haven't quite bought Dragonflight yet, we're not at that stage, and it's going to be an optional extra at this point. I don't really want to let go of Samadan. He's been part of this series from the early days, and I'd really like to level him all the way up, but adding in an Evoker would add in a couple more profession slots, so that is always an option, but I am also mindful of the amount of time that I have available to play and don't really want to commit to too many characters at this stage. We're going to see how we get on with 3 at first and then take it from there. So looking at all these things, there's quite a lot of commodities and bits and pieces here, so we'll just use the standard interface to see if we can list anything out. Those ball ribs look quite expensive. Well, let's pop those on. Not sure we'll get sales of these, but someone wanting to do some certain obscure cooking might want these. These are definitely a lot more pricey. 6 gold for the iron ore. Tin ore usually doesn't sell as quickly as we found out before. Copper ore should sell quite well. 2 gold. Go with that. Blackened dragon scale. There goes our first sale already. Tie spray linen. These recipes probably might want to try selling that. 5,000 gold seems a good price. Would be useful at this point. Let's try them. See if they sell for that. Classic enchanting. We'll do those as well. That's probably not going to sell. We could always save that for our bank, but we'll never know. Spy documents. That is a battle pet, not worth a lot. We'll put that on for the moment. Try a few different things here. These are unlikely to sell. Sometimes someone might want it, and that's interesting price difference there. 1 gold and 103,000 gold. Not expecting sales of these, to be honest. Those look quite decent. I'll sell them. We'll see. I'll try 1 round of selling them if that doesn't work. Now these are white gear. That one's got some on. We'll try it at that, just in case someone wants that. Green BOEs. It's not always a good one, but I bought some, so somebody else might do. I'll try that at that price. 229. Give it a go. Put them on for what they are and see what we get. Okay, that's the main things really just put on. Let's have a look at our auctions. We've already sold the Tide Spray Linen Cloth, the Tiger's Eye, the tin ore, and the iron ore, so that's a good start already. So a few pieces on, we'll let the rest just go through, and we'll have a look at... we're now a turkey. Fantastic. So we'll go over and we'll do the Legion campaign. We'll carry on leveling, just taking our time. No real urgency to get to 60 within the next week. That's probably, given my playtime, going to be unlikely anyway. So we'll just keep on chipping away with Samadan. Let's look at everyone else and see how they're doing. Goodbye for now, Turkey Dan. We'll see you soon. Hello, Shadow Dan. We haven't really done much with you since last time. You literally just had a few things on the auction house, seeing as you're level 60 already. We're not really getting started with professions yet with you. So let's just have a look at how your auctions got on. It looks like most of the stuff has sold. The dye, the bleach, the wool cloth, the bolts. A few bits missing there. We've got pallid bones. Lots and lots of sales. Nothing for huge amounts, but there's a curing salt, 1,100. Amber silk, 1,000 of that at 2,700 gives us a total of 5,100. We currently got 7,000 gold. We spent a lot of our gold on Shadow Dan, getting some equipment to get him up to a decent item level, hoping for some speed gear as well. But as that's not really useful at this point, we could possibly go and do some invasions to gear up. But for now, we'll just take all our gold and we'll park you here for now. If we do have some time to do some invasions, that could be fun. But our main focus here is just to carry on leveling up, at least in this last week. This is really preparation for Dragonflight next week. Now, there does come the question is, who am I going to take as my main character through to Dragonflight? Because probably best to focus on one character first, get their reputation, the renown unlocked, and get the all the Dragonflight glyphs and everything all set up on one character. It's possibly going to be Shadow Dan with double professions, but it also could equally be Samadan as a dual gatherer. That might be a very useful way to make some gold. Let's go over to Samadan now and see what's happening there. Hello, Samadan. I hope you're enjoying the rain in Stormwind at the moment. We haven't really done a lot with you since you maxed out your Chromie time at level 50. However, things have changed now and Chromie time goes all the way up to 60. So what does that mean from a dual gathering perspective? Well, take this for example. We don't have any Chromie time on at the moment. We are currently level 50. So if I were to go out and collect up some ore or some herbs, normally we'd get a decent amount of XP for that. Also have some Darkmoon Firewater. This has changed. It now increases deftness by 15%, which isn't as fast as it used to be. We still have the 18th anniversary, so we've got the 18% there, and we've got the enlisted for 15% there. Let's have a look. So now, if we were to mine this ore, we get a whole 144 XP for that, which is hardly anything to write home about. So if we return to Chromie and we turn on Chromie time, now it doesn't normally matter too much which one we go for. I will probably choose the Cataclysm one, just because that could open up some opportunities for some Cataclysm mining and herbing, which did seem to be quite good when we last looked at the Worth It guide. Right, so if we go to Chromie and we select a timeline. So if we go with Cataclysm, now it goes to 10 to 60, we'll select this one. So let's go back and have a look at those herbs over here, because this could be a very viable way to level up and do some gathering at the same time. And as a dual gathering druid, it's quite relaxing and fun as well. So yes, you could probably do it faster with invasions, and yes, you could probably do it faster with questing in certain areas, but it's a question of doing what you find fun. And at the moment, Samadan doing some casual dual gathering is a lot of fun. So these are not going to be high on the gold stakes, that's for certain. Let's have a look what we get XP wise. Where's that herb? There it is, hidden at the back. So it's a little bit faster with our deftness, and 2,400 XP. That's way more, which is really useful. That was almost like a half a bar of XP, I think, looking at that. We do have to be careful with the mobs around here. And the good thing about places like Alwyn Forest is the herbs are very close together. So you don't have to travel far before you find another one. Of course, we do have to be careful. We may have to just fly down. Now we're getting interrupted because we can't gather our herbs quickly enough here. So let's just pop into bear form. Okay, and then we can carry on. Might be worth trying a little bit of... So that doesn't look a lot slower, the Darkmoon Firewater on or off. Anecdotally looking at that. Obviously we'd have to do a bit more scientific discovery. Let's have a look. Can we do it with the wolf here? No, we get interrupted. So let's put on... Our backpacks aren't working at the moment. Okay, I'm going to leave that one. And there we go. Very quickly, we've already leveled up. Of course, you've got rested XP and all the bonuses here, so that is really, really quick to get to half a level. Let's go around, do a little circuit, see if there's anything more. Quite a lot of mobs around here, but we should be okay. We'll just take the easy ones. That one's not an easy one, so we'll leave that one. And that's our rested XP use up, so we're down to 1,800 per node now. We've explored the forest, and it's probably going to take a couple more herbs just to get us up to the level. And there we go, level 52 already, so that's really, really fast. A couple of levels, obviously with rested XP as well. We could probably do this nice and easily for just like quick sessions every now and again without having to worry too much, without too much stress. Just a nice relaxing run around Elwyn Forest, collect up some herbs. Of course, these are not going to get us a lot of gold, but it will at least be something. And so there we go. One loop around Elwyn Forest. We managed to get nearly 2 levels in that short space of time. Probably about 10 minutes or so, I would say, looking at the timestamps. I didn't do a proper time analysis of that. We had one whole level of that was at least on rested XP, the rest with the regular bonuses. We still have the buff from the Darkmoon Fair as well, so that was pretty good going. I think we could quite easily carry on with this just in very, very short casual play sessions, come round, collect a few bits and pieces, and we'll be good to go. Now, in terms of preparation for Dragonflight, I haven't done a huge amount of research into the professions coming up. My main focus is really going to make sure that I enjoy the expansion as it comes out. I haven't played a lot of it during beta, other than the original bit to get to the unlocking of Dragonflight, so I could see how that worked. I've obviously had a look at the professions through coverage of the Wowhead Economy blog every week, where you can find me writing all about the goldmaking news there. So I am obviously in touch with what's happening with Dragonflight professions, but in terms of choosing specializations and deciding what I'm going to do with each of my characters, that I'm going to leave for the fun of discovery at the time of the expansion. That's where I'm going to soak in the atmosphere, enjoy running around doing the quests. I am probably going to start with Samadan because obviously dual gathering is going to be useful. I like the mobility of a druid. I like the flexibility of being able to tank things quite easily. So I'll see if I can get Samadan up to level 60 in the next week. It should be quite easy given how quick those last couple of levels were. We'll have a look and maybe even think about some invasions, have a look at those, but I'll see what time I have available to me. Obviously my playtime, like many of you, is quite sporadic. I don't dedicate a lot of hours to playing, it's just here and there and when I get a chance. So I hope you're enjoying this journey. So not a lot really in the goldmaking news for this episode. It really is leveling, have fun, enjoy the expansion, get excited, try out an evoker and a Drakthir if you have one. I certainly am very tempted to try out one myself, but that's for another time. Until next time, happy goldmaking, and I'll see you very soon.